All right, Luke Ronnestrand checking in for Thorne Brothers and Fish Lectronics.
Yeah.
And we did some work this winter.
We did a lot of stuff to this boat.
a lot of work.
A lot of work.
But we'll kind of start up here because this is where it kind of all started for me. I kind of wanted to change in my trolling motor life, and for both of my boats I went with the Garmin Kraken for several reasons. Brushless, and they have an amazing live scope integration system. But kind of a bonus feature of this trolling motor that it comes standard with is a built-in side imaging transducer. And why I really wanted that is, obviously it's really nice to have side imaging in your boat. Most people's side imaging transducers are in the back of the boat, so you see what's kind of already passed. Well, the side imaging transducer in the front of the boat is going to kind of enable me to see what my clients are casting to, and going to get to see things that are coming. And because of that and a live scope, I then needed units that could run 2 transducers at the same time. So I kind of had to get some new Garmin graphs.
Get a couple new Garmin graphs.
And so I went with 2 8612s, and super excited about these. I don't even know half of what these things can do yet, other than they can run multiple transducers. And basically that kind of made it so that we had to do a whole bunch of new work. We had to add a 5-port Garmin box network box, and we started at the front of the boat, but because of that 5-port box, we ran some power cables to the front of the boat, and for the instance when I do move a graph to the front of the boat. But back here at the console is one 8612, and then in the back of the boat, back where I fish, is another. And with adding these 2 graphs, I did have to do some updating to the battery system, but we'll get to that in a second. But basically, these 8612s are going to enable me to do a few things. It's going to be able to use all the features on that trolling motor, the live scope and the side imaging. But then also, for the few days that I do go out and road hunt for muskies and other fish, it's going to enable me to have 2 live scope transducers on 1 graph. And I've done the 2 transducers, 2 graphs, and I'm very excited to be able to look at just 1 graph. I can't wait for Jake to come along and show me how this stuff works on the water. What are you doing this afternoon?
Let's go fishing.
But, so I added 5-port Garmin box, be able to run the 2 graphs in 3 spots. But then I did keep my Humminbird backbone and my Humminbird system in the boat, because I do love Humminbird side imaging, and I have 7 or 8 years now into auto charting. And so I kept that in there, and basically we'll go back to the battery compartment here. And we added a Amped Outdoors 160 amp hour 12 volt battery. This is a standalone a house battery.
Yep.
To run
all of your electronics are run off of that.
And then you guys also, what did you run for wire from the house battery to the electronics?
So we ran the 6-gauge wire. That's all that's on here, and then the charger. 6-gauge wire runs up to a fuse panel that has 12 spots on it, up underneath here, and then everything goes out from there. So these 2 graphs, those 2 graphs, those 2 possible graphs, and then your black boxes, your 5-port, your foot pedal, everything is off of that.
Yeah, one really cool thing about that fuse panel that they put in is one side is Humminbird, one side is Garmin. So if there is a problem, and I never have problems, right? We'll be able to, should be able to find the source of that.
And all of the wires are labeled.
Awesome.
So you should be able to look at the wire and it'll say back 8612 or bow 8612 or console 8612 and be able to go, oh, that's the one that's not working. Check that fuse.
And another kind of fun thing that I've done with this boat is I have bow LEDs, and then this is a Bass Boats Technology stern light. But it is kind of a hilarious thing, but it's just nice to never worry about a bow light or a stern light. And as a guide, sometimes you get lazy with things like that, and I've ruined and lost so many stern lights because I just leave it in all the time. And bounce out of the back of the boat, batteries go dead, ruin the housings, and that solves that. Another thing that, and this is going to be year number 4 with this, but I absolutely love my Amped Outdoors lithium 36 volt 60 amp hour batteries. Just getting all of the weight from all of the big AGMs out of the back of this boat made it perform a lot nicer. The boat rides better. I don't have waves splashing over the back. These things, they basically go wide open until they're dead, and I just absolutely love it. Just lithium batteries. They, for all of you guys know, all of us guides that fish up at Lake Vermilion, we think we're the only ones that guide 15 hours a day and fish in the wind all day. But it's like back in the lead acid battery days, we literally had trolling motor farms, and we're cycling through batteries almost weekly, and this changed that. Never had the cold issues with these batteries, and I guess that's soon to be a thing of the past because there's going to be batteries with heating elements coming. But one of my favorite things about this boat. Another really neat thing, just going to kind of work around the boat now. Another neat thing that I love about the Garmin Krakens is it is a Bluetooth foot pedal. I do have a power cord in the back here. This is just to keep it charged, and then also just kind of as a tether, so I don't lose this, but I can disconnect this. This is going to be my first experience owning these Garmin trolling motors, but I have used them in the past. This foot pad, although it is different than the Minn Kota foot pads, it does sit up a little bit higher. It doesn't take a long time to get used to. Everything you have is right here and easy to get to. You have your constant, your anchor, constant, and your speed control. I'm very excited about these trolling motors. And then one other kind of fun cosmetic change. This used to have the old Ranger factory faceboard right here, and Jared and Jake made this new one for me. Yeah, there's the old one. That's not an upgrade though, is it?
No. I don't know why everyone wants something that strong.
So many of my guests are going to be happy about this one. Jared also made me a fill-in for my
Recessed foot pedal.
Yeah, my recessed foot pedal or my client trap.
Yeah.
Just decide.
I don't know anyone that's fallen in that.
No, nobody. I mean, usually I just have it filled with lures so that you can just step on it.
It's true.
But gosh, what else did we do with the boat this year? I mean, we got new rod buckles.
Yeah.
Is there anything else new and fun that we did?
Solid lids.
Wait, what?
Lids that aren't smashed.
Lids that aren't. And what? I'm trying to. Is there something else that we did?
Had some new cool logos in the flooring.
Yes. Well, I was downplaying this to be funny. We went with all new Aftech lids, which I was in desperate need of. Pretty much any lid that I had stepped in this boat was cracked and destroyed. And these are some very heavy duty, very nice lids. They are easily, yeah, I was gonna say they're easily, yeah, 10 times as thick as the previous lids. They're very nicely installed. You have kind of a Or, you know, it's just like a,
So that's a 3mm aqua traction
okay.
to take away the slam.
Yep, I was gonna guess that. So that the lid's shut nice. All new latches. And got some aqua traction with a beautiful Thorne Brothers logo. It's one of my favorite parts of the boat now. And then aqua traction is awesome. It's great to keep clean. It looks very nice. It's soft to stand on, which I can't wait for. Just with those long days. And you know, guiding up it out of Vermilion Dam Lodge, we have a lot of sand up there. And what did you guys find when you pulled the carpet? At least 2 pounds of sand in the boat?
He's probably gonna fill the background, okay.
I'm so excited for just how clean the floor of this boat is gonna be and just how clean everything's gonna be. Excited to stand on it, it looks nice.
And no frozen lids. Now you don't have carpet.
Yes.
On the side?
That's gonna be huge. No, I don't like fishing in the cold. Your fingers get cold. Don't catch any big ones either.
New track.
Yep.
There.
Yep, this is, so I added a 48-inch track to this side of the boat, and so I could get 2 graphs back here again to be able to see the live scope and the side imaging in from the front of the boat and the back, just so I can see what's coming at my guest. And yeah, that'll be, I'm stoked. That's kind of like one of the great things about Fish Electronics here is you guys do a lot of amazing work with big brand new boats, but then you could almost, it's like a
Be a restoration.
yeah. I would say yes. This is it was a pre-restoration project.
Yeah.
So this was stuff that was needed to be done. It turned out great, and I'm so excited to get out and do some fishing out of the boat. I pretty much have a brand new, very nice boat. There's one thing left to fix. I want you guys to tell me what to do with this, and that's this broken windshield. Do I leave this just because it's kind of who I am? Do I take it off? Or do I get a new one? You guys tell us.